Oh, such a gorgeous start to the day. Too bad my battery nearly died and I had to head back to town and replace it, and then go back out to see this. I went looking for fall leaves out in the Sheep River country, and to be honest, they weren't quite as far along as I had hoped. But there were more than enough leaves that had changed color to put some pretty nice reflections on the water of the Sheep River. Down in the slow spots, the water was absolutely gilded. And up on the flats above the river, it was almost like a summer day. I could hear robins still chirping. The cinquefoil was blooming and it was covered with hoverflies. Over in the forest, well, it got a little breezy for a bit, but down on the forest floor away from the wind, there was stuff like this. Clover still in bloom. It's not native and could probably be called invasive, but I like it. There's even a bit of red from these strawberry leaves. The geology of the Sheep River Valley absolutely fascinates me. You have all these flat layers of rock, and then just slightly downstream, they twist on their sides and the water has to bend and curl around them. In some places they're kind of flat. In others, they're absolutely vertical. I wish the light had been better so you could see the striations here in the rock, but they're almost straight up and down. And the river roars in between them. Back in 2013, it was high enough it tore out the bridge. But now, in the low water of late September, it's a little bit more tame, although every bit as loud. The space between these upright slabs of rock is really narrow, and the entire river flows through a space maybe, 6 feet across. From the new bridge, you can look straight down into the chasm. Me, I'd rather get closer to the edge, although not to a stupid amount. I made sure I was pretty well anchored. Still, I've got a lot of scrapes and bruises from this, but, sometimes you just gotta. Back on the road, I went looking for more leaves and came across some of the local wildlife. I turned off the main road and headed up the Gorge Creek Trail, but to be honest, it didn't look all that interesting. So at the high point, I turned around, came back down to the valley. And that turned out to be a pretty good choice. The creek itself was mostly in shadow, but the sun was hitting the leaves on the south-facing bank, and they were reflecting in that beautiful water. Man, what a spot. It was mid-afternoon now, and the light was moving westward. It skimmed across the deciduous trees among all these evergreens, and lit up the rim of the Sheep River Canyon. It was also very hot. So I stopped in a copse of aspen trees and just sat there and watched the bugs fly around. Moths, hoverflies, hitting the fleabane and the clover. I never get tired of watching them. But it's autumn now, and their time is almost done. The leaves, though, they've got some time left. They're just entering their gilded age.